And there's a recording, so I can upload this to YouTube later and keep it for posterity.
Yay.
All right. So, gosh, where did we leave off? There was a bunch. We're trying to.
I think it was Gant was like, see ya. And then Lana was taking the stand. And it's like in a place where Lana holds the power because she either tells the truth
and
or
she's
it's.
Right. And her
We're
and
waiting
Emma
to
was
see
like,
if
I want to
she'll
see her.
testify.
I want to watch her tell the
against
truth.
Gant.
Yeah. Zeppelin Cafe, thank you for the Jada bit. Jada, you
Oh my
get
God.
like
Hi,
I don't know,
David.
20% of that bit. So
Wow.
One
So-
bit.
20% of one bit.
19 more bits and you get a penny.
There you go.
Boy.
All right,
1/5
the
of a
trial
cent.
continues.
Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Ugh.
Ugh.
What?
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. So
Will she
please
turn
pick
on
the right
him?
choice. Gant and the fabrication.
I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself.
Oh my God, she lying.
Uh-huh.
When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene.
She's strong.
Very.
Yeah.
My only motivation was to get Doc convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Oh, really?
I have no emotions.
Mhm.
I'm a robot.
Beep bop boop.
Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
Even the judge doesn't believe her.
Well, Lana.
He'll believe anything.
If this is true, that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright, you gotta help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
But what if she's telling the truth? We know she's not telling the truth, Phoenix. Why would you doubt
Phoenix,
her
come on now.
She's not. I know my own sister.
Did you read
Do
my
you?
mind?
Yes, I can read your mind.
Are you
I'm
an
I'm
Esper?
Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah. This is no time to start second guessing myself.
Well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. I
What?
worked
No, I didn't
alongside
mean to do
Gant,
that.
and there's no truth to
Wait,
this
go back.
blackmail theory.
Hold it. How many years exactly?
Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years.
Oh my God.
Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia.
Damon Gant was a respectable detective. That's why. There's no truth to this blackmail
Yeah,
theory.
hold it. Smack. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago by myself.
Did you do so to help your sister?
Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. Didn't want that incident to ruin her life.
But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything.
That's not the point.
It kind of is the point.
She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. And that's why I couldn't forgive him.
He's a creep, Lana.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago? When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I
Yeah, remember. You say you did this all by yourself.
Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
She's like, why are you asking me this question?
I'm asking you the question.
They're conspiring against me now.
Yeah.
Seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award with knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Doc?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Doc was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. Probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up for her lies with more lies.
I mean, that makes no sense, that one. That lie is nonsense.
All just to protect me.
So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. You sure, Miss Sky?
Right? Michael says, I like when the camera cuts to her and she's just rotated 180 degrees just because.
Yeah.
Giving us the cold shoulder.
Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside
Okay,
the
hold
wound,
it. That's
and
kind
moved
of disturbing, actually. You planted the tip of Dark's knife.
And then you moved the body?
Smack. But why? Why would you do that?
You, of all people, know it. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Wait a second, my head isn't that bad. But maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. But why did you do it?
Come now, Mr. Wright, even you should be able to figure it out.
Hmm.
It's very weird, Lana.
Well, we won't make her say. Anyway.
We'll add this to the witness's testimony. It's strange, but there's a reason Miss Sky fabricated the knife. I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed.
Okay, hold it. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right?
Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I thought the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body. So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound. Yes. Because I hated Dark for what he did. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted.
Yeah. So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer?
How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period.
Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence?
She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened.
I totally killed him.
I killed
In any
him.
case,
I take responsibility.
as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions.
Mr. Wright, my sister's lying.
Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done it alone.
I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction.
Why won't you just sell out Gant? Just do it. Just get rid of him.
All right, so work alongside Gant.
I
Yeah.
worked
Blah,
inside
blah.
Gant for
Fabricate the
years.
evidence fuse go all by myself.
It was just me.
That could be suspect.
That could
Yeah.
be. There's stuff in his safe, so I figured. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, how is
Nope, only
obviously
me. I did it. Nope.
broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted inside the wound, then moved the body. I think this is the one where we got the question option, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
So-
we only asked the first part,
Yeah,
not the
so I
second.
want to ask the second one. So let's just jump to that. Okay, why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
Was where you deduced it was by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple. You're just too stupid to figure it out. Well, let's have
Got
the
it.
witness explain this, because I don't get it either. More detail. Reason Miss Sky moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
Really?
Interesting.
Pieces of the jar, you mean...
Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body.
So, when you first found the body, the jar was already.
Of course, it had been shattered to pieces.
Hmm.
That.
If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened.
That can't be right.
No, that can't be right.
Nope. Neil Marshall was
wrote on
dead
it.
and
Yeah,
Dark
he
is
wrote
lying
on it.
unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle.
Oh, clearly not true.
No, no, no.
Judge
I
believes
see,
anything.
I'm an
No, no,
idiot, so that sounds
no.
plausible.
Hmm.
What's the matter, Emma?
Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
There must be a contradiction here somewhere.
Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted.
All right. I think this is what we want, right?
Yeah.
Eh,
Present.
Can we present some jar pieces?
I think we have the fixed jar.
We have the whole thing.
Yeah.
look at this jar.
It makes me, I don't know.
Objection. Miss
It makes
Sky.
me go har har har.
Har har har. I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony.
A contradiction in my testimony.
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right.
You don't have to imitate them, Phoenix.
It's quite,
Nice
quite an
impression, Phoenix.
offensive
Good job.
impression, Phoenix. Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood.
Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies.
Mm-hmm.
In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Smack. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar.
Yeah,
you can.
Maybe you could.
That makes sense. Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message.
Did you say bloody message?
A bloody message.
Bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Just because I'm British doesn't mean that everything I say is British slang.
Wait, do you mean bloody message or bloody message?
The bloody message.
The bloody
The
message?
bloody message.
The bloody message. Something critical.
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are. Get it, Joe Dark?
Oh,
Dark?
good one, Edgeworth.
About the truth towards which we're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Edgeworth,
Edward's just
what
going
has
off.
happened to you?
I'm on a roll.
You're on a
Don't
roll.
stop me.
Can't stop, won't stop. Michael says the bloody message written in his bloody blood, Your Honor.
The bloody message written in his bloody blood.
Oh, wow, very well. Witness may now continue her testimony.
Her bloody testimony.
Bloody testimony.
So make up something now, lady.
Well, I'm losing control of this situation. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
That doesn't excuse the previous one. That still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Right, well, I'm still bluffing, and I immediately noticed the blood traces on
Yes,
the jar.
hold it. So the jar was already broken.
It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
Wait a second.
Feeble as you.
But not as feeble as the judge's judgment.
Dang.
Oh, wait a minute.
Got him. You were an
I'm old.
detective who never missed a detail, unlike the judge. Do you really expect us to believe?
Some respect for your elders.
You didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces.
Normally I would have. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have
Okay,
time to
yes,
check it
hold
out.
it. So you
blackout.
didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar.
No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust.
Well, that helps my case.
Lana, you do that for me?
It seems you two might make up yet.
We will
This
not.
is a
I'm
good
going
thing.
to the death penalty. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was.
If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry.
I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. Well, to be safe, I wiped away
Yes,
the blood.
hold it. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Dart killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood.
What else could I have done in that situation?
Lana,
I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up pieces. The fragments were large,
Okay,
so
yes,
I'm sure
hold
I
it.
got them
Yeah,
all.
about that. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office.
A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and camera with me.
even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go.
Okay, that's
At least I
weird,
get
though.
thirsty.
Strange that you have.
A little spritz and I'm not thirsty anymore.
I never miss anything. I got every last piece.
Clearly you didn't.
All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
Okay, yes, hold it. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene.
Yes. Don't have any excuse for my actions.
I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time.
It's not too late. There's
Well, it
still
almost
plenty of
is.
time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident.
No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I've finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Alright, so...
Dark and
Uh-huh. See, this just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I
Why
mean,
would she
it's
wipe
still
away the
on the
blood?
biggest piece.
Well,
We
I
found
guess
that-
when she says she got them all, she didn't. One was in the safe.
True, true. But
But
I
it's
thought that we
assembled now,
had-
so we can't really.
Yeah,
Do we just present the jar again?
maybe.
Final fragment found.
Oh,
in
found in the
Gant's
safe, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we can.
I
So
guess
should
so.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Objection. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of.
Present jar. Present jar.
What?
Present jar.
We'll present the jar until we win. We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe. But how?
I
Broke
knew
in.
it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up at the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
I guess that makes sense.
Crazy accusation. What? But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
Well, that may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. And I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. My mouth all long. I'm very old. Can you believe that?
Objection, Smack. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that.
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? It's his jar.
Yes, objection. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that?
No. No.
Oh my god, he broke the judge.
Wow, I think the judge has dementia.
Oh, wait. I'm not the one on trial here. So,
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence?
Correct.
Whoa, what did I win?
Hey, why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. Ow.
No, I did it on my own.
Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
You're the
You're
client.
the client. How wise. Imagine that coming from my own client.
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Wait a minute.
Let's twist the truth.
What if
We twisted the truth.
we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana, maybe right after all.
What do you mean, right?
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Smack. Miss Skye, please testify once more.
But
If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Sky, if you will.
And
There's no nothing. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
Let Phoenix cook. He's on this.
Let him
Yes.
cook. This cross-examination may not change a thing. Smack. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth.
where did this man go to culinary school? Very well.
Michael says this whole game is people ragging on Phoenix even though he wins every case and is the reason
Yeah.
anyone ever learns the truth. Pretty
So
much,
true.
yeah.
But his hair looks funny.
Michael also says,
I'll-
let my husband cook. And we got the Edgewood icons emotes to go with it.
I don't trust him with sharp implements. All right, the witness may testify once more for the final time.
Because I'm getting bored.
Get it right. I'm old. I need to go to my blue plate special. Christ. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma in dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword?
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
What?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What? To me?
I lost it.
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed.
But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Do I have this photo?
But where's the picture? Oh, very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
What did we
That
get from
big
her?
stack of stuff.
Yeah, was it the big stack of...
Didn't she give you a book that was
Yeah,
like...
she did give us the book
Oh, yeah.
about evidence law.
The silly book.
Yeah, the silly, silly book.
This one?
That one with the
Yeah.
duck on it.
Mhm.
I mean, is it in there?
Open the
Let's
book.
open it. Oh,
Wait. Peel.
There it is.
ugh.
He's a mess.
Hey, there's a picture here.
Could we have done that before?
Damn.
Oh my. This is the actual crime scene.
No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I'd rearranged everything.
Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be...
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it?
And sprints.
That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma.
Oh, are they?
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Smack.
I don't remember them
Anyway,
being yours.
I guess so.
let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Actual crime scene.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's
yes,
body
hold it,
impaled
hold
on
it.
the...
Hold it. Oh, shit.
Oh!
Come now, Edgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
Where'd you come from?
I come from where I want.
Oh, Chief Gant?
What? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
Objection. I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
This
did do
must be
that.
that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Did he trip over the stand? Like, did he kick her off?
I guess so.
She's on the floor. So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
That you've been
That I
withholding?
just made up.
It's been years.
No, I don't, but someone does.
Someone.
So, what's your excuse, Righto?
Oh, because he knows Emma's prints are on the... Oh.
Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt.
Is this true, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. If you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? I don't know what to do.
Can we
I mean,
look at
I
it again?
don't know if it is conclusive though.
He does the right thing.
I mean, I think we have, because he knows we have it. If we don't show it,
Yeah.
he's just going to call us
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So I think we have to show it.
yeah.
Yep.
Fine.
Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence.
All right, the time has finally come to show it to him. Those prints have got to be the chief's.
Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marsh.
Is there
But-
something we could
badger.
throw out instead right now to be like, ha!
It was
Present-
me!
Present the
I don't
badger.
see
The
how
badger!
I killed him!
I do it again.
how that's conclusive though, considering
Well,
the scene.
What
I
about
mean,
the
the-
photo?
Well, what he's
No.
suggesting is because Emma's prints are on the jacket, it's proof that she pushed him, and that's how
Yeah.
he died.
I don't know about that.
But the blood goes over the thingy. Why is
Yeah,
the
the blood is on his shirt.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And if she passed out, then it would be very easy to just put her hand on it. Like, it looks
Yeah.
like it was cut out first.
Yeah.
Wait. So, what did this turn of what is this series of events then? She pushed him.
I don't think she pushed him at all.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Maybe what she thought she pushed was wrong, and then something happened.
But her
where-
print is on there. Like those are her
Yeah.
prints on the piece
Yeah.
of fabric. The question
Yeah,
is,
but she
put her
did. She wouldn't
unconscious
have
hand on
pushed
it.
him into the thing because the blood is
right.
already.
So, but the thing is, she pushed him, and then they cut out his coat, and then killed him. Like I don't understand.
Well, she could
That
have
doesn't make
pushed
sense.
him, and then he became unconscious. Like he didn't fall on the sword.
Yeah.
And then while he was unconscious, Gant cut a piece of his vest out and then placed him on the sword by himself.
Oh, I see. While he was out, you mean he?
Yeah.
Could be.
yeah, 'cause
that
I
could
don't
be.
think that splatter being on his shirt underneath doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. Because it means that the piece was cut out before the blood
Yeah,
splatter.
before he got impaled.
Yeah.
So I don't think she pushed him onto the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
we're trying to
We're all
figure out
saying
if
the same
that's.
thing. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But
I think
I've-
Jada's theory could work though.
I'm
Maybe.
wondering though if the game wants you to to present the
This.
the cloth first in order to get to this piece of evidence. You know what
Maybe?
I mean?
Or I was
'Cause
wondering
this
if we
isn't
just
really.
we put
This
out.
isn't conclusive of anything.
True, true.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not sure if we can submit this because it hasn't been approved yet.
Yeah.
Remember with the
Or,
evidence
like-
law thing? So, because we just got that. All right, let's
Yeah,
put out the
so we
clock
kinda
then.
Yep.
It's a piece of leather cloth.
Yes, it most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest.
What's this? There's a big handprint on it.
Emma, your
Very
hands are
obvious.
huge. You have huge
Yeah.
mitts.
I kind of have like big hands. I don't know if anybody noticed.
Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever big-handed person shoved the victim into the sword.
Okay, okay.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Righto is checked, haven't you?
Well, whose are they?
Ah. They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies.
What? They're mine?
Ah, crap.
So I really did do it.
See, I told you it was conclusive.
How is that conclusive?
Objection! It's not conclusive. But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And why would you save it?
I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to
You
believe
could
that?
literally be lying about that.
It's all incredibly suspicious.
We're all lying.
Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over.
Ugh.
You shouldn't have presented that.
Oh, damn it.
By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death.
No.
But he knows we. It appears we have our killer.
No. Can I get a hold
I
of
was.
No! Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all counts.
Whoops.
Oh,
Okay,
shit,
so that
so
was
it's
not
wrong.
correct.
Damn.
Reload.
But he knows we have it, and the judge knows we would be
yeah, I
obstructing.
think we have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we do have to throw out something.
Okay.
Maybe
Maybe
the
it is the
photo.
picture.
Maybe it is the picture.
Yeah.
Or do we cannot show evidence?
Has that piece of evidence been approved?
Well, we just used it. Because Lana was like, I gave you a picture. And then
Yeah.
the judge was like, what's the picture? And we were like, here's
Yeah, we
the
all
No, I
looked
mean
at
as in the
clock.
leather scrap.
Yeah, it was never
Oh.
like submitted. Like,
Like, has it been
Edgeworth
approved
didn't know
via
about it.
evidence law?
Yeah,
Well, I
If
guess
you
it,
could
if
say-
it hasn't been
like,
approved via evidence law, we cannot submit it. Is what I'm saying.
I guess you could have said, yeah, we can't submit it because it's not approved.
Do you want to try that, or do you
Yeah,
want to
try
go?
that.
do that.
Okay, well I can reload. Hang on.
Yeah,
That's smart.
Okay.
that's using the
Like,
rules against them.
Actually, I can't.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
He's not lying. What? You lie.
Chief Gant?
You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside.
Oh, so now he's
Okay, well, now
admitting that
you're
it was in there. Okay, great.
Hmm.
The conclusive evidence.
Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Shut up.
What? I'm just telling the truth.
Emma, shut up.
I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
Meg, what are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. It makes me laugh.
That makes you laugh? That's kind
I'm
of
a
disturbing.
sick guy. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? Means you, the chief of police,
Tamper with the crime scene?
have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Oh my god.
Wow.
How can he do that?
That's wild.
Crap. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto.
Hmm.
Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
Dun, 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 dun,
This is getting crazier and crazier.
dun.
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
Oh, wow.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky.
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Doc convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
Oh, there's 3 pieces of evidence, actually. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment?
Or integrity, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
Objection. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Ho, 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 ho.
You're not Santa Claus.
Just wait. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth. You cut off the victim's vest in your safe.
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. May I save my game?
Okay, I think it's that you still can't. 'Cause of the
It's not.
law.
It's the evidence law. It's the book.
No, it's too late to show the evidence now. Besides, even if I did, it just exposed that poor girl's fingerprints.
Right. Think hard over the circumstances.
The circumstances.
I'm talking about then and now. There's one major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for that difference?
So, Edgeworth figured out my plan.
What?
Okay, that was the wrong choice.
So you have to do it.
I have to do it.
Mr. Wright, this is your only chance.
Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
All right, then let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
All right, if we show this, what's going to stop it from the same thing happening over again?
Yeah, that's a good question. He wants us to show it.
Maybe
Yeah.
we need to show the photo instead or something. I don't know.
Or
We
the
did say.
Or the evidence list that he
A
hasn't
wall
admitted
book?
was in the safe.
Maybe
Or I don't know what that would do.
evidence
I
to
don't
show who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
What do we have that shows
I
who
don't
actually
know.
murdered Prosecutor Marshall?
I don't know.
Oh,
We could present the Ducky book.
The death-
according to evidence.
hmm.
It's either the picture or it's the cloth. I just don't know which the game wants me to do.
Let's
Right.
try the picture. We tried the cloth before. That didn't go so well.
Take that.
Mr. Edgeworth. Your opinion, please.
I feel this is wrong.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Wright's humor has improved at the expense of his defense.
Better polish up on your defense, Mr. Wright.
Come on, Mr. Wright. You remember that thing with the murderer's handprint on it, don't
seems
you?
like they really
it seems
want
like
you to
they
present
really
the
want us
cloth.
to put it out there this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one more
Okay.
I don't have
time.
anything
Let's
with his
try
handprint on
one
it.
more time.
What about that handprint on the evidence locker?
It has no prints on it. Oh, it's Marshall's prints.
Yeah, so I think they do want you to do the cloth. There's probably
Right.
some.
Here you go. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes. At last, you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean...
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
Oh boy.
Does that make any sense to you?
Oh, you're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Oh, whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. So whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted.
Okay.
The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is...
Emma.
Emma Sky.
What? They're mine.
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, why didn't you
That was
tell
pretty
her?
cold.
Right now.
Ho, 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 ho! You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me.
So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you, you monster? Miss Sky? You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet.
But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense.
Calling it conclusive.
I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer.
I plead the fifth. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
Oh, it was a Miss Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
Smack. I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
I don't know what he's going
I
after.
don't understand. Oh, Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts the cloth.
The
Now
photo.
it's the photo.
Sure.
Take 5.
Get ready to
This
laugh.
photograph.
Look at this photograph.
That's how it ends. Look at this photograph.
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at this photograph.
Oh,
See where
Does
the
it make
piece
you
of his
laugh?
vest was cut out?
Yes, it's sure to showing underneath. That's what happens when you cut a vest off, but it's hard to make out with all the blood on his.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait. There's no blood on it.
ah.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense.
I love it when the music gets hype.
Coming out.
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword?
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago. That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer.
No.
It's finally all over.
I don't think you get to do that.
That was close, Righto. You almost had me.
Well, he's laughing at the photo.
I am. It made me laugh. Sorry, but you have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
But what do you mean you refute his allegations? You said it yourself.
You see, that piece of cloth is it's illegal evidence.
This sounds like bullshit now. Order. What nonsense?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict the suspect. Remember, Reggie? Remember the good times? Earlier, old Righto here, he concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? You.
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
Doesn't seem fair. I am afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Nonsense, but Mr. Edgeworth.
True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright.
It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
We did not.
did not.
We read the book.
We were
It's
honest
called
saying that we
evidence
could
law.
not admit it.
Ever heard of it?
I admit I refuse to present it at one point.
Aha! So the evidence is illegal.
Objection.
Feeling better.
No. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
Oh, what do you mean you couldn't? You just did.
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, IG, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe.
Objection.
Uh,
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
Oh, I got a
The
book.
duck book.
I got a book for that with a duck on it.
Talk to the badger.
Objection, he's trash talking my man. This is what it is. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
what's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this duck book. The second rule of evidence law.
Huh?
Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department.
Gumshoe was there.
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
You want me to look at that photograph? Objection.
Yes! Yes!
Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No!
He's right. That's his name, Wright.
Yeah,
At the beginning of today's trial,
I think Wright's right.
that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to the certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. No!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you.
No. Thought I was going to scream, didn't you? I looked at the photograph for too long.
Wow.
And he died. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr and convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman.
Same one. That's right.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me.
Evidence.
Evidence.
Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Oh, we don't have a Goodman.
Oh.
Who isn't doing the third one?
Jada.
Jada. Go ahead, Jada.
Okay.
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
Goodman has such a cute voice.
He's a little guy.
He's kind of a little guy.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, in his little voice,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. Had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
Yeah, that was funny. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk. What's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
You can afford it.
Ah, my car!
That face, that made it worth it.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it, him being dead and all. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments in the glove.
Yeah.
Michael needs sleep with the Edgeworth emotes. You damaged my car, Yana. I request the death penalty to be considered.
Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. I'm rhyming now.
Fake
Right?
evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy. Why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same.
What?
Don't listen to him. It's the dark side.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
It's like, but I'm not alone.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy,
Oh, what?
looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
Huh? You have bigger problems right now, Gant. I'm sorry too, Dame. I knew you as you used to be long ago, because I'm old. You were once a fine investigator, an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Why is that a question?
Now you have Righto here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
For
I
who,
killed two
sir?
people.
There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes.
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time that I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you.
Aw.
Oh,
Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Oh, she's
oh, she's
Happy
smiling.
face.
smiling. Aw.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
But
Oh.
lesser.
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
Huh. It was nothing.
Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job.
Is he blushing?
No.
Well, in light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder, however. Although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as accomplice. Trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Aw.
She's free.
For now.
You could still be convicted of something,
You can
but
still go to jail for this, but okay.
this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty.
Guilty.
Boom.
Yay!
Yay!
Confetti.
I got in my eye.
That is all. This court's adjourned.
Help!
Gotta get to early bird dinner.
Well, it's 5:03. You still have time.
That's right.
Get that early bird special.
Happy hour.
Yeah, hey, that's right. At long last, it's finally over.
I'm too old for happy hour.
Emma?
Uh,
Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
She's just an
Eh?
accomplice.
no, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Miss Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well.
I don't do well with compliments.
He really doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Yeah, hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Ah, crap. Oh, guess I am.
He's so cute.
He is
I'll come
cute.
back later.
No, come back.
He faded
Wait,
away.
the chicken gumshoe. What is it?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? And to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Hey.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Da 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 da.
Lana, you materialized.
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
I'm not sure if I'm fired or what, but well, I won't tell if you won't.
Aw.
Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day 2 years ago,
Huh?
was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
Sis,
I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth, and I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now I realize I was wrong.
what?
I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No,
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis,
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
but sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
And I can visit you in jail.
Aw.
Oh, Emma.
I'll bake you a cake with a nail file inside.
There you go. Aw.
Yay.
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future.
That was beautiful,
Thank
pal.
you. Thank you. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Yes, you. Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
I'm behind,
was behind the
couch.
couch.
Behind the shrub. Where was he hiding?
Behind the couch, right? I just came to say, congratulations,
Why do you make that face whenever you congratulate me?
because it's hard to do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Yeah, before anyone can hug you. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened.
He's back.
We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
Mm. It's too late for me.
What? So dramatic all of a sudden.
No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Got inside your head.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time
So you
now.
become a vigilante? Vigilante hero? But
I
that's
am
And
weird.
you
rich
need a
man.
costume?
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Dan Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
What?
You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. We weren't alone.
Ugh.
We were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh?
They're
What? Oh, well,
partners.
yeah, you know. Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Hug Edgeworth.
Evidence, huh?
Hug.
Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own.
The
list.
badger.
It's
Badger.
me again, the badger.
Do we
It has to
have
be the list,
love
right? The list?
in our evidence
Yeah,
list?
yeah, is there love in here? Maybe a ring? It's probably this, right? Because we each
Yeah,
had
they
half.
each got half.
What if we put the wrong thing? She couldn't, like-
Present the duck
Wait,
book.
wait. I'm gonna present the badger
Yeah, present the badger.
just for giggles, okay? Should I save first? I can't. Okay,
Oh boy.
badger.
take that.
It's me, the badger.
That might mean something to you. But I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership.
Huh?
Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't get to
It's
fix
time
it.
for me
oh
to go.
man!
No, I guess not.
We don't
Darn!
get the good ending where they get married.
Darn! You get the bad ending.
You screwed it up, right? That was your last chance.
Damn it!
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth, what will you do now?
Mm.
Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
I'd better be going too.
Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. Remember that cake I told you I was making you?
Well, it seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, there's a little something for you.
You got a
Duck
duck
Book
book
Volume
for
2.
everything.
Nice.
Scientific investigation.
Yes, another duck book. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
And so another case came to close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own.
Ah.
Journey to rediscover myself.
Phoenix, help! We're being sucked into a black hole!
Well, don't go tracking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Oh no.
Huh?
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who'll be footing the bill.
Huh? Huh? What?
What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Wait, are we not still at the courthouse immediately after the trial? Like,
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
We'll all watch.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection! Hey!
Hooray!
I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Aw.
Thank you, Bert.
Do, spray that luminol.
Right?
Yikes! I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yeah, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
Oh, good old Gumshoe. Ever reliable.
Gumshoe.
Best boy.
He's
He'll
always
always
gonna
stick
be
around.
there.
Yeah.
He's not making any money, but he'll be there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, he never actually does his actual job.
No.
He
No.
kind of just
He
muddles
only does it when
around.
Edgeworth is involved.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner is keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe.
Maybe not the person you should be having as a role model.
That's right. Phoenix does the job for him.
So true.
It's me, the Badger!
We have to
It's
check
my
in
turn
with the
to tell you
badger.
dance. Da, 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 da. And
We
I
have to
was
check in with the
me.
badger before we leave.
Yep, waving my flag.
Oh
He died!
I'm dead!
Another murder!
Help, help!
Somebody call 911 with a badger.
no! I suspect foul play.
What? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown? This star managed to sneak this into me. Just see one of the guards.
Snuck in a knife.
Looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. You make sure Billy and the gang get their water. Guess those are his cactuses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
those are cactus.
Yeah. Looks like we won't be seeing each other? Yeah, each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
The turnabout theme. I like that.
Well, that's funny.
Ding, ding, ding.
The judge.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left?
Mr. Left.
Oh, I'm old. Well, he said he's been doing something for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go.
Wow.
The judge might have dementia.
The judge is senile.
Who knew?
Judge for life.
Oh, lifetime appointments were a mistake.
Oh. Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air that I'm scared of. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya,
Mystic
after your
Maya.
training, let us begin.
Coming. Well, see you around, Nick.
Get back in that waterfall, young lady.
That's right.
Okay.
Not a mystic yet. Back in the waterfall.
Do, do, do,
Ding,
do.
ding, ding.
Isabel boy.
Like, Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on, man?
Oh boy.
Raggy, what are you doing?
Don't forget the podcast. Another big part of this stream.
Scooby-Doo never dies.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be all right. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Let's open the book.
Open the book.
Oh.
There she is.
Aww.
Cute.
Super cute.
She's so young.
Yeah. They both
She
are.
became a police officer at 14.
That hat's mine. Don't you forget it.
Yay!
Adorable.
GG's! We did it!
Wow.
And pretty much on time, too. Wow. We raced through that.
Ooh, right there, 10 o'clock.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Well done, everyone. Applause. Thank you.
Very big applause.
Amazing. Thank you, Electric Licorice. Thank you, our amazing voice actors. Jada, Anna, Zep.
GG's.
GG's! All the GG's in the
Hey.
chat. We finished 23 streams, I think this is.
Oh my god.
Wow.
23 streams of Phoenix Wright. And we
Yes.
finished it.
There, I have more. More GG's.
More GG's!
Yeah.
Hey! Thanks, Bert. Wow.
I did write a Newsies song. I don't know if we wanted
Oh,
to
that's
do that.
right. I do
Oh,
want to. Okay,
yeah.
the podcast hasn't ended. So
Finish.
the last time we streamed, we kind of got off on a huge Newsies rant, right?
We did.
And then
Yeah.
Jada, you wrote a what do you call
I wrote
it?
a
Like,
parody song.
a parody song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me reduce the audio of the game.
LMAO.
Okay,
Go.
go for it.
Well, it's the world will know.
Oh.
But
The world
instead
will
it's
know,
called
okay.
The Court Will Know.
Oh, I love
So
it.
it's like, it starts because Jack Kelly's like riling up the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's the prosecution's voice. They think we're nothing. Are we nothing? No.
No.
The prosecution's up. They think they got us. Do they got us? No.
No.
Even though we ain't got evidence yet, we can prove it just by saying so. And the court will know.
No.
Yes.
It's a whole song. What's it gonna take to cross-examine? Are we ready? Yeah. What's it gonna take to press the witness? Can we do it? Yeah! We'll do what we gotta do until we break the witness and get the truth in tow. And the court will know. And the judge will too. Hey, the prosecution, man, have we got news for you. Now the court will hear what the defense will say. We've been investigating this whole case since yesterday. And our case will grow, and we'll prove it too. And the court will know the full whole truth. There's still more.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. When the judge's gavel starts a banging, will we hear it?
No.
What if all the bailiffs come out swinging? Will we hear it? No.
No.
When you've got the entire courtroom singing, who can hear the judge's whines and moans? And the court, will know that we have no shame. We can always pause the game and make another save.
Yes.
The testimony's changed, trying to change the scene. Now we're gonna see what stop and press will make us see. And the witness flubs, and they just break down. The defense presents and the witness vents. Our correct record says evidence makes sense, and the court will. Prosecutor has the judge, but they don't have us. Prosecution swayed the room, but they won't sway us. And the court will know, and the judge will learn, and the judge will wonder how we made the tables turn. And the court will see that we know the truth. Our defendant's innocent and wrongfully accused. Allegations fall, but we're gonna stall till the verdict's out, and the truth will show, and our case will grow and grow and grow and grow. The court will hear us out and finally know.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. That was so
Thanks.
good.
This is what I do in my spare time, guys.
That
I
was
can
like
hear
the
so
music.
like on point. I love that.
I listened to the song a bunch of times, so I kind of already
No,
knew it.
no,
You
we
should
need
help
someone
me
to make like
finish
a
my,
video to go with it, like of a parody video, and then
Yep,
set
we
it.
need to get the music and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
then sing over it, and then pull clips from the game.
Yeah.
That would be
Mhm.
amazing.
The rhythm's a little bit off because I wasn't listening to the music. But if you listen to the music with the lyrics that I did, it overlaps.
Oh
pretty
no, I
well.
can
Oh, it
totally hear
works.
it. I can totally
Yeah,
hear
I
it.
can hear the music.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it worked perfectly.
Thanks.
So awesome. I love
That
that.
was my project.
I'm gonna have to clip that later.
Oh,
I
man.
loved it.
Yep, gotta save that.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
save that one.
man.
Woohoo!
Yay.
That was great. Thank you, Jada. I
No
love
problem.
that so much. Well, we don't know what we're playing after Phoenix Wright. So we've got some options though we're kicking around, right? And also kind of, seeing what goes on sale because that might also impact things about what I end up getting. But
true.
yeah, since we've got some holiday time coming up, we're going to take a little hiatus for I guess 2 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then resume a new game. Looks like December the 3rd. Sound good?
3 weeks from now.
Is it?
Ooh.
Oh, 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now. You're right.
yeah,
3 weeks from
'cause
now. I can't count.
Thanksgiving.
That's right. Thanksgiving's at the tail end of the month, and it keeps
It
messing me
is.
up. But that's okay. So 3 weeks from now, we'll come back with a new game, and we'll go from there.
Mm.
Yay!
We'll be
Thanks,
back
friends.
in December.
We'll be back in December. Thanks everybody for being here. 23 streams of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I can't believe it.
That's
It was
we
so
did
good
it.
though. It
Do you
was
know
so
how many
fun.
we
Made
had
it.
for Danganronpa?
I don't remember how many I have it on YouTube.
I remember it was like half a year.
Yeah,
It was-
I
long.
think it's about the same length, yeah.
It might
Yeah.
have been about the same length. Yeah, should I look that
There's
real
not
quick?
many trials, but the trials get longer and longer each time. So
Yeah.
it's a long game.
Yeah. Danganronpa was. Let's see if we could pull that up. Where's my
I wonder if this
All
one
up on
beat
the-
Danganronpa.
I don't know. I
Ooh.
feel like it wouldn't, but where's my
This is
playlist?
24, yeah?
Danganronpa's 25.
Dang.
We're
It
at
came close.
23. It was so close.
2 away.
Yeah. Yeah, just 2 away. Wow.
Mm.
Crazy.
Wow.
And we played Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn shorter than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Those were
insane to
longer
me.
streams though. Those were longer streams.
Yeah. We
Um,
played that for like 3 hours apiece.
Yeah, we did. Sometimes probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it was a lot of fun. I loved it so much. I would love to do more Phoenix Wright in the future.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what we get to next. And yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Bert. Thanks, Electric. Michael needs sleep. Thanks so much for always hanging out with us. And Turtwig, anybody else, Marco, anyone who's lurking, etc. Appreciate it.
The loyal chat crew.
The loyal chat, our Tuesday
Yeah.
night crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voice acting crew.
Yes.
VA night.
PA night. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jada, Anna, and Zeppelin Cafe. The
Yeah.
Quo
We
Thank
love
you for
it.
hosting it all.
Thanks for
Hey,
streaming.
it's fun for me. I like it. It's really fun for me.
Obviously,
Uh,
we have fun too.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
coming
so glad.
back.
Or yeah,
That's
came
right.
back. How many weeks? Geez, like over a year. I guess we've been doing this. At this point.
Except for Jada, none of us are getting paid. So
That's true.
Well, I don't get paid by mango.
Not getting paid.
20% of a bit is coming at you.
get those bit percentages.
Get them bit percentages. All right, we're gonna do a raid. Let's raid out for the evening. I'm gonna raid over to Wino, who's playing some classic Mega Man. Doing a
Love
marathon,
Mega.
it seems. So,
Mega Man.
oops, a little whoops. If I can type,
Which one is being played right now?
I think it's the first one.
Oh, right at the
Oh,
beginning.
getting in early.
And we got some raid calls. Here we go. You want to grab some emotes to take with you? Please do
Yeah.
so. I'm going to grab that. All right. And thanks for being here, friends. We'll be back on December the 3rd for more voice acting with friends with
Oh,
surprise
boy.
game. And I'll be
Ooh.
back on Friday for sure with Echo Night Beyond. And Anna and I will be also resuming Thimbleweed Park at some point. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, and with that, we will say good night.
Good
Good
night.
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
It's a badger.
Get the badger out of here.
You did it. You're alive.
That's the next case. Who did it?
Death of the
The
badger.
death of the badger.
Boom.
Bye bye.